why it knocked me off the live? Okay, Melody. Thank you, sweetheart. Of Alexian, thank you, sweetie. Melody. Oh no, she's not here yet. Shit, and her grandfather's talking. All right. Okay, so what's happening is that once I start a channeling over a reading, which I never do. I do mediumship separate than reading. Reading is divination. Channeling with the dead is a different process that I do. But I'm doing an overlay. And once I start that, what it does is it completely cuts the connection really hard for me. It wasn't your fault. It's technology. There's some kind of timing on YouTube. So that I have to change the settings. Anyway, he's showing me a door. Maybe it's like white. I don't know what shade of white. I don't know if it's like ivory or whatever, but it's one of those revolving doors, it seems. There's a big hole, like a screen, not a screen. Should I draw it? Okay, so if this is a door, forget that. Pretend it's all, this is like a door, but it's inside. It's not like a front door. It's in an inside door. And there's a cut, like, window area in the doorway. And then, so if it's on this side of the room, you look out there, and then if they're inside, you could, give people stuff through it. Okay. And it shows a little kid's head. I don't know if that's you, and I don't know what he was trying to show me, but that's when I couldn't, I wasn't connected. I'm trying to see, he's trying to speak, and I'm allowing the channeling, because usually I shut that down when I'm trying to do a read, but he's coming in to tell you something, and that's okay. There's a language barrier between him and myself. So I'm doing my best. Do you know what that door is? It could be to a place where maybe it's a restaurant, or maybe it's like, okay. So I'm not hearing any English from him. I'm not hearing any English from him at all. In fact, I'm only seeing the image. So that's a good thing. Okay, so write it down, because it's a white door, and there's a screen. So you're gonna, because I saw a little kid's head, and the kid wasn't tall enough to look through the door. Oh, he speaks many languages? Beautiful. I only speak 3. What you want to do is you want to think to your childhood. Was there any time in your childhood that you were you couldn't reach it with your face? You couldn't, from your tippy toes. Okay. Ask your parents. This is a memory of when you were little. I would say maybe 5, something around 5. Usually there's my earliest memory, I was 1.5. So some people have a lot of good memories when they're kids. I don't know what you remember. There's something in particular that he was trying to express to you. That's fine. That's fine that you don't remember. That's fine. Okay. So you want to talk about a white door, and it's kind of like in a hallway. Like you can either have a hallway or you can have like a door that in a hallway, and you could, there's no screen or anything because you could pass things through the window or something. Like I said, that's exactly when the connection got cut. Um, all it is him. I'm sure there was going to be more to that, which was going to be a memory, and there was something important that he had to say. So let me try again, but let me try again, okay? 1 second. On one of the sides of the on one of the sides of the thing on the door was a kitchen. So some place where they would either prep food or eat food, okay? Um Okay. Did your grandfather have a sister? So the grandfather that's speaking, did he have a sister? Okay, so she's speaking through the reading. She's trying to. The message from your grandfather. So like I said, I usually don't do mediumships like this. When I do, they are very detailed, and they usually tell me like what happened and all that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything. But, you know, it's just the quick message, because I'm also trying to like get back to what I was doing. But he is welcome, you know, he's welcome to speak. There is a message that he has for you. And the message is that he's very glad, very happy that you left Andre. That is the message. There are more things, but that for you to know that he's extremely relieved. Now, apparently one of his sisters is trying to speak. So she seemed like one that has her weight a little bit. Maybe she's a little bit, you know, a little bit fluffy with her weight. So I don't know if there was a thin one and a thick one, but this one would be a little bit more thick in her body weight. Okay. So this is the one that's trying to, apparently they guide you. They are there to protect you. So I don't know what the message is. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip it. I'm gonna go skip this part and thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. Respect to them. May they rest in peace. May the light of Buddha light them. That is their religion, right? Buddha. They were Buddhists. So may the light accompany them. Okay, and may they be surrounded by good. Okay, may the light of Buddha accompany them. Thank you so much, and also may the light of Christ. Okay, so I'm gonna let this go. They are very active. You are a person that is very much in need of spiritual development. You have a lot of spiritual activity around you. And that's a part of your life that at some point I believe you need to address. It will help you in your anxiety, your stress, and I'm using anxiety as a non-clinical term. I don't do anything medical, just disclaimer, I have to say those things. But what I meant by that is it does ease the person. So when you're nourished spiritually, it does help you in your life, okay? All right, so you know, we're going to let this go and I'm going to continue on. So I see that the reading shows, or did I start it in order? Okay, no. Okay, so it started with strong in what we're doing. So the project, you know, that makes its way, you know, that's marking, it starts it in the past when I check on how the reading begins, all right? Which is a really good omen. This talks about the fact that you are coming across to him in some ways. I'm in the middle of a reading If you don't want to get blocked, please respect that I'm reading. Please, I'm waiting for a client. If you want to book a reading, you're more than welcome. I will give you undivided attention when I'm reading for you. But right now, I'm very much, connected to the person, the reading for the person. Okay. Thank you so much, Betty. All right. So I forgot what I was saying. Let's see. So there's an impression that you're making on him where you seem hardened in some way. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. This is in such a good direction that I'm not worried about it. This is fine. Don't worry about it at all. The reason it's mentioned is because it's just showing me your style, your demeanor when you're talking. It's not alarming whatsoever. So don't worry about it. Don't take what I'm saying. I got to be careful what I say with you, because you're kind of like a parrot, right? Like I'll say something and you'll repeat it and I'll be like, no, that's in the wrong context. So I don't want you to worry about something. The reason that it came in is because I'm checking that status, like, how you seem, your demeanor in your, communication, to him. And it seems a little bit hardened, which is very good, which increases desire and all of that. And that's naturally how you are. You're a Leo moon, so that's very good. Okay, I do see that the problem going on is that you are hiding your heartache, and I know that you're not addressing it, but I made a comment earlier that I saw that there was something that was dealt with strangely with the topic that may come up. You're fine. Again, go back on what the rules that we've established that the big picture is your job is to make him feel all the things that are going to nourish your result. And with that make sense, right? So if you had a really bad morning and you got really bad news one day and you're on your way to an interview, you're not going to let that person know everything in that interview. You're going to focus on how they see you so you land the job, right? So you want this conversation, your intention you're setting place when you converse through text or whatever, your intention is to build upon your goal. So it's not like you're going to freely just express yourself in every way. You're going to be yourself, because yourself is what he loves, but you're going to do it in the right way where you organize your presentation, if you will. Okay. So that's fine. Not worried about it at all. This talks about you being very aware and you take comfort in what we're doing together. So I like that I didn't expect that. So that's nice to know that you feel really good about it. I do too. What you're not aware of is a proposal, and that's really cool. And the proposal it doesn't just mean engagement. It can just also be courtship and everything like that. It shows that in the near future, it also talks about something catching you by surprise. So this is also very nice. You being distracted and then a surprise. So like when something comes in and you just don't expect it. When the conversation all of a sudden turns in a way and you're like, what? So that something like that, very off guard, and I like that. And you have to be ready, because once you asked me, if he asks me, should I say no? And I'm like, no, are you crazy? What do you mean no? You better say yes. But this is one of these things you have to be smart too, because he might mention it like, so what about me and you happening? If a guy says, so what about you and me happening? That's the same thing as, that's the conversation. So you have to be very smart about it, because this talks about, you know, being caught by surprise. And then you want to, yes, I think we're very important, no matter what the hell you think he's saying or not. Just say something really positive, like, oh, you know, because, you know, this is like, be very aware, be very mindful of what you're going to say. Yes, that's the burning question, right? You know, it might be after your trip, because remember, there's still no contact, which I know stresses you. And that's been checked twice over, and I checked on this reading as well. Now, he might mention it before, and then you don't get to act upon that until you get back. No matter what, there's still instruction. You got to follow the rules, but it's coming in. Hopefully it's before or right after. It's only 11 days. It's not a big deal. Okay. It shows that you have a lot of fear, and this I feel bad about. And it says that one of your biggest fears right now is the whole thing with the ex. And I feel bad about that, but yeah, it shows that. Then, you know, it mentions here about the deceased loved ones. We talked about that. I'm sorry I had to cut that mediumship short. Let's see. The big influence you have on this entire situation is that you are going on a trip, and that means shutting down. Remember the plan that you have to kind of be. So it was no communication, you're busy. No, it was less communication, curt and very busy for 2 days or something. Then it was lots of warmth and connection, normal self with mindfulness plan. And then then you got to build up to the, by the way, the technology story we talked about, and then you plug that in and you pamper it, and oh, I can't wait till I see you, da 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 da. Be something comforting as well, because you have to nourish and pamper that with him as well. And then after that, you know, then it's the no contact for 11 days or so, and then it's the using the your magical products and stuff that you're on the first, and then your influence that you have on all of this is the trip that you're going to have and the goal that you have. All right, and this reading ends in success. This reading ends in success. Hey, Kedar Betty, how are you, sweetie? If you want, you can book a reading through my shop, okay? Thank you. Okay, the reading has closed. This is really good. Really, really good. I think that you should, enjoy your evening. Be yourself, chill out, stick to the plan, but be yourself. In other words, be yourself with a project goal. Not be yourself like your super self, but be yourself within the project goal. You're getting what you want. Let it all work. You're getting what you want. Let it all work. Okay, I'm glad. Yes. All right, sweetheart. Tomorrow, didn't I tell you this would happen with astrology? Didn't I say you'd have like really good luck days, and then there's going to be days where you worry again and stuff like that? Okay? And that's okay if that happens too. Things have ups and downs and changes, and yeah. It's okay. Today is a really good day. Everything is good. Yes. Okay, early Friday. So today's Thursday, so it counts. That means Friday is good too, all right? And these are days you have to start progressing. Remember, when did we talk about you plugging in that operation technology shutdown for the trip? You got to plug that in. That's part of your list to do things. You can't mess up on the plan. Okay. All right. Okay. So everything looks good. I think this is freaking amazing. Congratulations early, because this is something good. But I'll hold, if you want, I'll hold off on the congratulations until it gets there if you want. But I'm still happy that this reading is very, very good. So good for you. Good for you. Good for you. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Cassie was waiting, and I apologize on the wait. Oh, wait, let's see. Hang on a minute. Oh, okay. She had to go, I think. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, I will be off. I will be streaming later. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Melody, if you have any worries or whatever, you can always book, but you know, you don't need to. I think it's great. Hey, Kadar Betty, if you want, you could book a tarot reading with me. They're $25. That's USD, and you could book through my shop, sweetheart, okay? Thank you so much. If you're overseas and you want a private reading, they are $135, and they are through WhatsApp if you want it private, okay? All right, guys, I'll be back. Bye.